Thank you to the principal and fellow staff members that were able to be present today. As you all know, I have brought you all in here to express my concerns with the health issue that is affecting our youth here at Mount St. Patrick College. This health issue, if it continues to go ignored, will become detrimental not only to our students, but to their families and the school's wider community. I will be going through and examining with you the health issues. I will also be discussing with you the relevance that this health issue has to our school, and I will also be proposing an action plan that I believe will make a positive influence on our school. Before we start analysing and examining the health issue, I would like to draw your focus to what health is. Health is more than just the absence of an illness. It embraces a holistic sense of physical, social, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The health issue that I'm going to be referring to is mental health. The mental dimension of health refers to someone's cognitive functioning and their thought process. For young people to be happy and contributing members of the community, they must be able to move successfully through the different stages of their lives and cope with changes. They will go through many transitions, from childhood to adolescence, from primary school to high school, again from adolescence to adulthood, and then dependence to independence. As teachers, we have a unique relationship with young people, and as such are privy to or may be aware when our students are going through a tough time emotionally. Mental health is not something that we can just sweep under the rug and ignore. It is affecting too many of our students to ignore. Has anyone here noticed some of these mental health signs, where if the student is acting out of character, so a quiet person becoming loud, or a motivated person becoming unmotivated? Have you noticed changes in their eating habits? Have you noticed that they become withdrawn? Are they avoiding their friends or social events? Are they acting or talking like no one cares about them, or no one would notice if they went away? Have you noticed them having problems with sleep? Do they look like they're getting too much sleep or not enough? Have you noticed them with a lack of motivation in everyday tasks? Has anyone come to talk to you personally about an emotional issue that they have? Now, according to Beyond Blue, there is 1 in every 16 young Australians who is currently experiencing depression. Now, in terms of our numbers here at Mount St. Patrick College, that is around 43 out of our 688 students. In terms of anxiety, there is 1 in 6. So the number increases to around 114 of our students here at Mount St. Patrick College out of our 688 students that are experiencing anxiety. Beyond Blue has expressed concern with a rapid increase in Australia's youth mental health issues, increasing anywhere between 1 to 5% each year. This is extremely worrying to me, as we are a support system to our students, and we are not doing anything to help bring that number down in our school. In relevance to our location, here in Murwillumbah, we are a small town that is a part of the Northern New South Wales Local Health District. In 2012, the Population Health Survey showed that 12% of Northern New South Wales students aged 12 to 16 years experienced high or very high levels of psychological stress. In 2011 to 2012, there were 488 people hospitalised in the Northern District, 149 of them being male and 299 being female. Their hospitalisation had to do with self-harm, which was brought on by psychological distress. This rating was higher than the New South Wales average. According to the World Health Organization, mental health is a state of well-being in which the individual releases his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. The word that comes to mind as I read this is resilience. We need to teach our students resilience. So who here has anything on resilience in their classroom? Whether they produce a workshop, or they have a poster, anything at all, we need to change this. Now, I know that we have a pastoral care program here at Mount St. Patrick College, but I feel that we need more to support the students. We have a very strong Catholic belief here, and because of that belief and the values that we hold, we can come together to include something great into our school community to help support this health issue. Now to the important question. What can we at Mount St. Patrick College do to help mental health? The answer derives from the Health School Promotional Framework. This focuses on the school's curriculum, teaching and learning, the school's organisation, ethos and environment, as well as partnerships and services. By utilising this model, we are able to show that the action plan is supportive, well-informed, curriculum and pedagogically driven, as well as involving the whole school and community. The aims for this action plan are derived from the Ottawa Charter. These aims include strengthening community action, developing personal skills, building healthy public policy, creating supportive environments, and reorientating health services. We need to provide us, as well as the students, with the tools to enable, mediate, and advocate each of these areas that are intricate to this action plan. This action plan includes 4 parts, which are teacher education, partnerships and involving the community, curriculum, learning and pedagogy, as well as student leadership. Teacher education is intricate to this action plan. The reason being is that if we don't know what we are talking about, then how can we be expected to support a student going through a mental health issue? I propose that we hold a professional development session with Mind Matters. They provide sessions that explain and explore the implementation of the whole school approach of mental health in terms of prevention and early intervention. Their workshops involve modules that concentrate on student empowerment, staff matters, teaching and learning for engagement, as well as measuring progress in a student's transitions. Headspace has a toolkit that teachers can use in case of preparing for, responding to, as well as recovering from suicide. Now, I know that we don't want to think about mental health issues in terms of suicide, but we need to be prepared, and Headspace can help us achieve that. There are also a lot of texts out there that we can utilize as well for further insight into mental health, with a strong focus to mental health in the classroom. These books are Mental Health in Children and Adolescents, which is actually a guide for teachers to use. There is also Mental Health and Learning Disorders, which I thought would be a great resource to have as well. Now, I have these in my office, so if anyone would like to come down and borrow them or have a flick through and photocopy anything, that is no problem at all. Building partnerships within our community here in Murwillumbah will be crucial. We will have the support from the mental health clinic as well as the district hospital here in Murwillumbah. We will also have a partnership with Mind Matters in relation to professional development. In terms of curriculum, learning and pedagogy, we need to engage our students in lessons rather regarding mental health. We cannot just relay information to them. We need to make the sessions interactive, provide scenarios, and we need to build their resilience. By having workshops in the classroom that inform students of mental health issues, as well as how to increase their resilience in terms of these health issues, I believe that it will not only be more beneficial instead of providing a fact sheet and then calling it a day, but it will also make the students get more involved in the process. This process needs to have meaningful education. It needs to be multifaceted, which students developing personal skills. This program needs to aid in students seeking assistance, building resilience, and utilizing tools to create good mental health. When going through these sessions with the students, you as teachers need to be open and not judgmental. We need to create a supportive environment so that students feel safe with sharing information or seeking help. Positive relationships are found through having a supportive environment, which includes relevant and engaging information. Some examples that we could use in these sessions include: one, so at lunch you line up at the canteen and someone comes along and pushes in front of you. Another scenario may be you are walking into the classroom and notice that your friend is ignoring you. Another one could be the person seated next to you in your exam keeps tapping their pen. These are scenarios that would be in pairs, but you could also make them group scenarios. In regards to involving the community, I believe that we should hold a community education event where the students conduct it. We have an amazing drama department here at Mount St. Patrick College, so why don't we utilize it for a great cause? The students can put together an information event that raises awareness of mental health illness, as well as provide insight through a skit or a speech or a song or even a video. Not only are students involved and engaged throughout the process, but this health issue is able to be spread over multiple curriculum areas, such as drama, English, health, and physical education. Student leadership will play a vital role in this action plan. Getting students involved within the process will not only make them feel important, but also empowered. Having students form a committee in relation to the mental health issues will help students connect to other students as they are similar age and know what others are going through. The committee can have a weekly or monthly meeting and see where progress is happening in the school. They would also run the community education event, which has a focus on mental health. Have a look at these students here. How amazing would it be if they cheered like that every time we got together to support mental health? Now, our action plan is now reviewed, so let's go through a little recap. We need to get students involved, so that can be done through the mental health committee. We need to teach resilience through weekly workshops or even through daily classroom activities. We need to have an annual community education event or evening. Make it into a dinner or a fundraiser. We need teacher professional development sessions through Mind Matters, Headspace, and also professional texts. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that came. And if you have any further information or concerns with what was talked about today, just come and see me in my office and I'll happily answer your questions. Now, I'm very passionate about mental health, but I cannot do this journey alone. I need your support and I also need the support of our wider community. I can babble on all day with statistics and news reports and facts, but that is only scratching the surface of such a large health issue that is affecting our students and the youth of Australia. So I hope you take our action plan into consideration. And again, if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. Thank you, guys.